Hi everyone, I'm on my own today. Everybody's out doing different things, but I'm heading off to the new Brisbane International Cruise Terminal to have a look at the Coral Princess. She came into Brisbane in the week. I haven't had a chance to get out there in the week. It's Saturday today, and I am going to have a look. Now she goes out, I believe, at 4 o'clock this afternoon on its first activation cruise. So hopefully I'll get out there and I'll get a good look, and there's something going on. The gates are open and the parking's free, so let's go and have a look. Off we go. We are coming up to the international, there she is, coming up to the International Cruise Terminal, and I can see Coral Princess. I can see the Coral Princess there at the port. Now we've got the car parks here. We are booked in part 1, so I'm going to see if I can get into part 1. Because that's where we're going to park on our cruise. Okay, so I managed to get parked in parking 1, which is the premium parking. This parking has open air and undercover. Now the undercovers are, I'm going to show you the undercovers. So the undercovers are like this. They've got big panels on. The car does stick out, I think, a little bit maybe at the front, but mainly they're undercover. Right, I have got to show you this. Now you may have caught a glimpse, but look how close we are to the terminal, and look how close we are to the ship. So this is P1 car park, and here we go. This is the cruise terminal, the Brisbane International Cruise Terminal, and there's the Coral Princess. Could you get any closer? This is absolutely magnificent. Not sure if we can go into the cruise terminal, but we'll have a walk over and have a look and see. But we'll have a look at the ship anyway. It's a beautiful day here today. Brisbane International Cruise Terminal. I hope you can see this. I'm trying to stay away from the glare, actually. There's a little bit of a breeze, but we'll see. Here is the Brisbane International Cruise Terminal. Brand new terminal. Only been used once at the moment, which was for the Pacific Explorer, which came last week. Let's have a look around, see what we can see. It's the coach and shuttle pick up and set down. We got over here the baggage drop off and the cruise terminal. Now before I start filming, I'm going to make sure that we can get inside and make sure we can film inside. Okay, so we are not allowed to go inside today, passengers only, which is a shame. But we can have a look around the outside, so we'll have a walk around the outside, and we'll certainly have a look at what we've come to see, the beautiful Coral Princess, which is right in front of me now. Let's show you this. We'll see if we can get a glimpse through the windows, somewhere maybe. See, all this is just an escalator that I can see here on the as I walk past. All I can really see is an escalator, so you can't really see too much. Some gates down here. Can't see too much either. There is the Coral Princess. What's this? The Brisbane International Cruise Terminal. Let's have a quick look inside. Nope. Oh. No, the door's open, but better not go inside because we're not allowed to, and I don't want to get thrown off before we've even gone in a couple of weeks. So we'll go as far as we can. I'll give you a scan of the Coral Princess. It's a long road coming in, and it's 60 kilometers an hour, and it's a long straight road, and it feels like it's going on forever at 60. Okay, here she is, Coral Princess. It's a long time since we've seen a cruise ship in Brisbane, and I can't tell you how good it is to see a cruise ship in Brisbane. Wow, is there anybody there? Anybody give us a wave? This is, actually this is a beautiful terminal. I like Portside. There was lots going on at Portside around. There was the shops. I think one thing I'm going to miss most about coming or sailing from here is not going under the bridge. Going under the Gateway Bridge, as it used to be known, and is known still in some circles. Going under the Gateway Bridge when the captain blows the horn is just, it signals the start of your journey, and Yeah, there's something very special, and of course you're not going to get it from here because this is at the mouth of the river. The mouth of the river, but straight out into the ocean, and yeah, no bridge to go under still. Okay, let's have another look at the Coral Princess. I can't get any closer unless I actually get in the water, and I've got a feeling they'd get me out of there pretty quickly. So there's a little bit of wind, it might be affecting the sound, but if I walk down here, down here, we've got some little lounges. I might even sit on one of these, but these little lounges here, they're not that little, they're just normal sized lounges, but they sit and face, sit down here. They face the ships. So, and this is, you can come here and park, casual parking, pay for casual parking. You can come and sit here and watch the ships go out. So if you've got some friends that are going on a ship, you can sit here and watch them go. Silly, if you're watching, come down on the 23rd, wave us off. Although, oh, we can go on this side, although our cabin's on the other side of the ship, it's on the port side of the ship, I think. But okay, so let's have a wander around and see what else we've got down here. There's a few more. Actually, down by the river there are a few of these lounges. So be careful I don't get the sun on this, because it's gonna. Here's P1 parking. I'm not sure where P2 and P3 is. We'll maybe have a look at those and see if we can find P2 and P3 and see just how far they are away in relation to P1. So we're walking back now towards the P1. Oh, some people here with suitcases. Looks like they are passengers on this. This is not an actual cruise, though. It's not an official cruise, so maybe they're media or something. When the Pacific Explorer came in, we saw some video footage of the inside of the cruise terminal then, and it looks like a long walk. Excuse my sunglasses, the sun is shining. It's very bright today, but it's yeah, it's a long walk. It doesn't look that far, actually. It doesn't look that far from the terminal here to the cruise ship, but it looked like a long walk on film. So let's have a look around the left-hand side as we were walking up to it and see what we've got around there. Here's the cruise terminal building from the left-hand side. There's nowhere really to go around there, so unfortunately there's nothing much more to see, and as we can't go inside, that's pretty much about it for the terminal building. This is the coach set down point. Here's a little mini map, I guess, really. So the terminal is here. We are car park 1, we're here. Ride share, pick up, and there's the coach and shuttle where we've just been. So car park 2 and 3, so we're going to have a look at car park 2 and 3. 2 minutes for passenger pickup and set down. I've seen a few people that with luggage. It's not an official cruise, as I said before, so they are probably media or staff or other people associated with them. I am so jealous not to be going on this cruise, but good luck to them. I believe it's what they call an activation cruise. So they what they do is they test everything out, make sure everything's running smoothly for when passengers, everybody knows what they're doing for when passengers do come aboard. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing for us when we go on ours in under 2 weeks' time now. Also in the parking 1, I don't know about the other parkings, in the parking 1 there are 1, 2, 3, 4 electric vehicle chargers. I'm not sure how that works if you are here long term, or whether there's a time limit on it, because you obviously, if you're going on a week's cruise, you couldn't park your car there, plug it in and just leave it, because there's only 4 and other people might want to use them. As I said before, there are some undercover. Now look at it again. There's I think about 290 places in this parking 1, of which most of them are under this cover. You probably want to get under the cover that's on the sloping downside, maybe, just to add that little bit of extra protection. And it pretty much covers most. Looks like it's got solar panels on the top as well, which is very good, very efficient. So I think you can maybe be able to see from there, solar panels on the top of the shade structure. So here is the car park parking 1. we'll head off now and have a look at parking 2 and 3. I've driven down to car park 2, although to be honest with you it wasn't really worth the drive because it's sort of pretty much next door to car park 1. Let me show you though. So this is the entrance to car park 2, just here where you can see you come in here. Car park 2 I think is a little bit cheaper than car park 1, but there are no, as you'll see, there's no covered spaces on here. But if you have a look now, there are lots of spaces. There are lots and lots and lots of spaces on this, all the way down here, and you can see we are literally that far from the terminal and that far from the cruise ship, so we are not much farther than we were in parking 1. So if you're not bothered about parking in the open air, and if you want to save yourself a few dollars on parking, actually we'll have a look over here because I saw a fare, a price list for parking. So we'll have a quick look over here and I'll show you what the parking prices are. I didn't get that for P1, unfortunately. P1's a little bit more expensive, but it's all available online anyway on the Wilson's parking website. So we'll hop over here and we'll have a quick look at what the prices are. Everything's free today. There's not really people, I suppose, coming and having a look. So car park 2 standard pricing drive up. So the drive up price, these are the prices that we can see down here, ranging from $5 for up to an hour to $30 for up to 12 hours. And if you stop number of days, depending on how long your cruise is, so you're looking for a 7-night week's cruise, around about $100 to park here in P2 for a week's cruise. And as I said, this is how close it is to the terminal and the cruise ships. Now, across, I'm going to hazard a guess here. That what I'm looking at, I'm going to turn the camera around in a minute, is parking 3, which I think is a little bit cheaper still. So I'm going to turn the camera now and show you. This is what I believe to be parking 3, and I'm looking at the sign and this is parking 3 on this side of the road. So a little bit further again, not that much further, to be honest with you. If you've got a bag with wheels on, you've not got a huge amount to carry, and you're not bothered about the shade. The shades, I think the shade is a big thing. They're only available on parking 1. If you're not bothered about the shade and the cover, then 2 or maybe even 3, because I think 3 may be a little bit cheaper still. We might just have a drive round and have a look at the prices on the way. Just to, yeah, I think there's about 900 spaces overall, so there should be enough spaces for everybody. The problem I think might be is if family and friends come to see people off and they bring separate cars and they park in here for the hour. Might be a bit cheap for the hour. To be honest, casual parking might be a bit cheap. It might entice a few more people, which will put pressure on the people who are cruising. But anyway, we'll have a look around at parking 3 at the prices, and that'll be it, I think, for our tour of the new Brisbane International Cruise Terminal. And we will we'll head off for the day and wait till it's open and we can go inside the terminal in a couple of weeks' time and do a video from inside of the cruise terminal. So we'll hop off there now and I'll catch up with you in a minute. One thing I was wondering, and I think this is the answer to it here, in fact this is the answer to it, is how do you get, if you're in P3, which we're looking at the moment, or P2 here, how do you get down to the terminal without having to walk down the road? And there is this walkway that is goes down the side of the car parks. So as you're looking at the terminal, it's on the left hand side, and this walkway goes all the way down to the terminal, so you don't need to walk on the road. Now, as I thought, this is parking 3. I've actually come to the very end of parking 3, so this is the furthest point away from the cruise terminal and the cruise ship that you can be. And here it is again, more parking spaces, none of them undercover, and you can see the terminal building and the cruise ship just over here. It's really not that far at all. Let's go and have a look at the prices. didn't notice what. So if I remember, parking 2, I think 7 days was $98. We will have a look and see what parking 3 prices are like. All right, so the pricing drive up looks to be pretty much the same, actually, and the pricing looks to be the same actually for the days parking as well. $98 for 7 days. So it doesn't look like it looks like there's too much difference. Again, check on the website. For our cruise in a couple of weeks, I believe that P1 has actually sold out, so they will sell out. So maybe you need to get in early. There's been a lot of controversy, to be honest with you, about, or a lot of, not controversy, there's been a lot of talk about what will happen if you turn up and the space is not there, it's taken with casual parkers. But Wilson's Parking, who operate the car parks, have sent an email to a couple of people in a Facebook group that I'm a member of, saying that there will be security and there will be a place. They have they've blocked it off so that they can't oversell, and there will be a place for people if they've already booked. So let's hope it's the case. Now, I'm on my way out of the complex, and it occurred to me that I hadn't mentioned about security, and some of you, maybe, in fact probably everybody, is concerned about security. So where I am now is I am at the roundabout. This is the end of the road that comes in. This is the complex over here. We've got the car parks on the left over here, terminal, cruise ship, and this is the roundabout, the first in roundabout. Now what you'll see is you will see there are gates. There are big gates, and also under 24-hour video surveillance. So these big gates that you can see over here, we'll have a walk over here just in case you can't see them too much, I believe are closed and only open when the ship is in port. So other than when the ship's in port, ordinarily, today's a little bit different. So these gates here, the big gates, and they've got the spikes on the top and the security cameras, which you can see. These big gates, I believe, are only open when the ship is in port. Therefore, don't come and put your car here on a port day, wander off, and because you might have to wait for a week to get it. Anyway, that's a little bit of security. I know it's not infallible, but what security is. But it is gates, security cameras, and I believe there are also guards around the terminal. There's certainly guards there today, but I believe there may be guards there as well. So just thought I'd add that on at the end. Anyway, that's it from our tour of the Brisbane International Cruise Terminal today. As I said before, until we go on our cruise ship, when we'll bring you a lot more videos. So anyway, if you've liked this video, if you've watched it till the end, thank you very much. But if you like the video, hit the like, usual stuff, subscribe, hit the notifications, and we're hoping to bring you quite a few more cruise related ones in the next couple of weeks, once we get on board and once we experience the Coral Princess. So thanks for watching. We will see you in the next one. Thank you. Bye.